Hi there, beautiful people of YouTube, this is Bahamut Raven and welcome to this new episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. In the last map, which was chapter 25, of course, we had to deal with, what was it again? I actually forgot, and you know why? Because this video comes after I had to re-record the episode of chapter 19. So yeah, I have stopped recording for a couple of days and I actually forgot what I was. That's actually a thing. Okay, no, I actually do remember now. We actually had to cross a mountain in order to reach the Gallian forces. And as you can see, at the time, I'm actually... Here's the thing, as you can see, I'm actually recording this before reaching chapter 19. Because I actually have to hustle a little bit with my recording sessions, so yeah. It's true that I had to stop the recording for a couple of days, which is why I forgot what Strange Land was all about. But anyway, now we're continuing with my good units, thank God. Let us go into chapter 26 immediately, before it gets too long. In a valley amidst the Marhaud range, Ike and company are reunited with King Kenegis of Gallia. King Tibarn of Finicus also arrives and brings with him a disturbing tale. His words serve notice. There is no time to waste. The final showdown with Ashnard is coming. Between the forces King Kenegis grants them before returning home and the soldiers King Tibarn brings, the Crimean army possesses 3 times the fighting power that he did when he left Banyan. Even so, the Daein forces are encamped in the capital are strong, rested, and comparable in number. In addition, the road to the final confrontation is blocked by 2 formidable obstacles: Fort Pinell and Nados Castle. How these 2 tests are faced will mightily affect the course of the war. Yep. So I think we're actually headed to Fort Pinell this time because Nados Castle comes later. Chapter 26, Clash. Oh, I do remember this map. This is actually pretty fun, although a little scary. Meanwhile, at Crimean Castle, the new League of Evil. I see. So Crimea and Gallia have finally joined forces, have they? Half-breeds and humans fighting side by side. How sweet. In addition, it seems the incident with the Heron Princess has brought more Phoenicians to the struggle as well. Oh, the Hawking is getting involved, eh? Which means that the Crimean army's strength of arms is all but equal to our own and growing daily. Of course, this pathetic Rakbang is still no match for our superior leadership and skill. Things are getting interesting, are they not? But I'm still unsatisfied. Divide our army into 2 battalions and send one to meet the Crimeans. And who will be in charge of that battalion? Bertram. Bertram? Does that bother you? Well then, perhaps I should leave it to you and see what happens. Do you believe I would betray you? I believe your heart has considered it. Surely you jest. I will divide our forces and see that they march to meet Crimeans under Bertram's command. Is this satisfactory? I leave it to you, good Sir Knight. One other thing, Your Majesty. In my absence, did you order the death of Anna? 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 Oh yes, her. I'd forgotten about that one. I lost all interest in her when she failed to hold Daein's capital, you know. I've no use for failures. Yes, I remember it now. I ordered General Petrine to take care of her. Another failure under my command. I told Petrine that if the task was beyond her, capturing Anna would be enough. I see. Why do you ask? According to one of General Petrine's men, they have indeed captured Anna. But with the General's death, they are unsure what to do with her. That was one of Petrine's better qualities. She always did follow orders. Well, what do you intend to do? I wish to receive your instructions. Do you still wish to see her killed, or have you changed your mind? Do as you will, I care not. However, do not bring her into my presence. When that one is near, a giant seems to grow restless. As you wish. Wow, always the two rains of sunshine, are they? Everyone seems to be here. Go ahead, Soren, you can begin now. Very well. Please look at this map. The current position of our army is here in the Marhaud range. Between us and the capital there are two large outposts of enemy troops, Fort Pinell and Nados Castle. Yep. Both holds were built to guardian our fair land. But now Daein rules with them both, and knows of us. With rations set, they could hold out a year. Say what you will of Danes and their foul plans, one must admire her skill in things of war, Bastian said. Come now, Bastian, why would you praise our foe? I do but speak the mean of it, good sir. The truth is harsh, but lies would be worse still. Will you two please shut up, please? Sheesh. Pinell and Nados are fairly close to one another. I doubt they will expect us to attack both at once, but that seems to be a waste of our strength, and we don't want to get ambushed from the rear while attacking. We cannot divide our army, but we could send a small force to attack the base with weaker defenses and keep it occupied. At the same time, the main army can focus on the other one and conquer it. So, basically, who's going where? I see, so which one has more soldiers? That would be Fort Pinell. Very well, then the main army will lead an assault on Fort Pinell. Meanwhile, I'll take my army and a unit or so of galleons and set out for Castle Nados. We'll launch an attack, and when they'll come out to meet us, we'll retreat. Then we'll attack again. It'll keep them busy. Oh, hit and run tactics. How sweet. That should give us the time we need. We'll take care of our front by day's end. Let's go capture a fort. It's settled then. Alright, I do like where this is going. Although, I do have a feeling that the next map is actually going to see me heavily outnumbered. Alright, so battle preparation worth notice? We'll see. See you later. Alright guys, I actually made it back. Let me show you real quick what I did. So, besides some weapon swap, all I did was forge a new weapon for Marcia because her forge was about to run out. And I actually, as you can see, I forged a full power steel lance for her. Then I actually outfitted units like Lucia, Bastion, Har, and so on because the next map will actually allow me to field a lot more units than usual. So I do want to be sure that I'm fairly outfitted for everything, so yeah. Then the only other thing that I did in terms of skills, I actually gave Savior to Jill because I think she actually might find use out of it. Then I took Gamble off Kieran and I actually gave him his mastery skill, that being Soul. That way Kieran, being the reckless boy he is, might actually have a chance to heal himself up. That's not too bad, I suppose. I haven't done anything else much. I am definitely going to bring Tanith for this map. I actually did decide, and she's getting the Flame Lance because she has a lot of magic. I wanted to give the Bolt Axe to Ostrid, but I actually couldn't because she doesn't have B rank just yet. My Lord Ike! Oh ho, what do we have here? Princess Elincia. Huh? Yeah, what? What's this? What's going on? Why are you dressed like that? I thought to join you on the battle lines. Is that a Pegasus? Where did you get that? He belonged to my great-grandmother. I'm a bit nervous about riding him, but I'm going to try nevertheless. I appreciate your desire, but your retainers would never allow it, will they? As for that... Did you agree to this, Joffrey? No, personally I'm against it, but She is the princess, and it is her wish. I can do nothing. The princess' great-grandmother was a Benyon Pegasus Knight of some renown before marrying into House Crimea. Princess Elincia herself is skilled at both riding and swordsmanship. As a child, she was granted permission to train in case the need for her to fight ever arose. Behold the Pegasus and uniform, all treasures of House Crimea's fair. We did fear much that we would never see a chance to use them in the proper stead. Oh, Muse of Fire, I cannot find the words. Behold a light that dares to shame the sun. Our princess, clad in raiments fair and fine, gives courage, love, and vigor to our cause. Okay, I tried to overemphasize Bastion, I know. I'm surprised you were able to hide armor and a flying horse from Daein army. Prince Renning foresaw a time when the princess would need them and bade us convey them from the palace. Prince Renning's thoughts were always of the princess, even as his life abandoned him. Be true to your heart and live life as it dictates. Those were his final words to her. My lord uncle was always the one person who understood me best. Even though I'm dressed like this, I have no experience and do not expect to fight as well as the rest of you. Sorry about that. But this constant waiting behind and doing nothing, it sets my heart beating with such unease and I fear I may burst. Even if I cannot fight, I can use a staff to heal the wounded. If I could save just one soldier, it would mean so much to me. God damn it, sore throat. Please, my lord Ike, I promise to obey orders and stay out of harm's way as best I can. Lord Ike, we will take responsibility and guard the princess. It is our heartfelt wish. This is not something that I can allow or disallow. She is my employer. If this is what the princess wants, all I can do is comply. Be careful, will you? Oh, thank you so much. Let us go forth like sunlight to the dawn. Elincia fights and Crimea wins the day. Yep, looks like Elincia will join our group. That's... oh wow, so many units. It's gonna be a long one. And there's Bertram. He's another paladin. As generic as they come. Oh well. Hey, a pack of enemies for Ike to fight. How's street game? Ike, there are more enemy soldiers than we expected. Just from what I can see now, they're double our numbers. Oh really? So that means that every one of us will have two to take care of. And we must assume that the fort houses many more troops, and this may prove to be a long battle. Well, thanks, Soren. Even if they have 20 times our numbers, we must overcome them. In this war there can be no retreat. Agreed. Anyway, before doing anything else, let us talk about the fair and beautiful Princess Elincia. Yep, she's a playable unit, and she's actually pretty good. Well, she's not exactly a combat unit per se, she's more of a support unit, but her stats sure doesn't scream completely bad, at the very least. She's a variant of the Falcon Knight, in which she can actually use swords as Falcon Knights, but she can't use lances, she can only use staves. And that's more than enough for me. I mean, take a look at those stats, and take a look at the weapon rank. She's able to use the recover staff immediately. Maybe even the fortify, if there is even a fortify. I don't even remember. She comes with removal, her personal skill, which will allow her to heal 10% of her HP at the beginning of every single turn, which is nice. And she comes with her personal sword, the Amiti. The Amiti is basically a brave sword that is unbreakable. Not much else to say, and she's the only one that can use it. The only thing that really bothers me is the fact that she has a 3 speed penalty from it because of she has so little strength. But I'm going to use her mostly like a flying healer, and that's way better than anything else. She'll keep the Amity just in case she ever needs to fight. And she has the Heaven Affinity, which is fitting for her, I must say. So yeah, Elincia is actually a very good unit, and I need to outfit her better than that. I'm not going to give her any sword whatsoever, as the Amity is all she needs. However, I will give her a physics staff, as well as possibly the recover staff. She will make so much good use of it. And she can take the last full vulnerary. I will have to buy more later. Alright. Okay, so other units that I want to put in this map. Let's see. Not Joffrey, not Volky, not Toronio. Janaf, Tanith, and... I was conflicted between Leth and Muarim. But I do believe that Leth ultimately is the better choice because sure, Muarim has better defense and strength, but Leth has speed. She won't get doubled as much. Although even Muarim is not a slouch himself, but you know, I'm a sucker for speed. Sue me. And I'm going to bring Tanith because she'll make great use of her reinforced skill. And I'm going to use it. You better believe that. My other units are actually fine, although I actually wanted to bring Largo for this one, as his ability with axes is actually going to prove very useful, which is the reason why I think I can actually bench Lucia for this one. Yeah, that can work for me. So let me reposition my units real quick. What I really want from Ike is if he can actually take down the vast majority of these enemies, besides this one, perhaps, in one turn. If he can do that, I swear to God, I am so happy. Although I'm not sure... Yeah, he should be able to reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can shove him, that's fine. Okay, so what I really want for this battle is to put my cavalry not fully in the back. So I actually want to put some of my Laguz units in the back. Most notably Ranulf, because he actually takes time to transform. And let's see, my flyer units will have to probably go this way, taking care of the mercenaries, and trying to intercept this pack of enemies. There are a good number of enemies. There's a very big variety, but here's the thing, for the most part they come packed up in groups. So we can actually send countermeasures their way pretty easily. Although we do need to be careful about this meteor mage. I will have to send someone to actually take him down. So again, Soren, I do not want you in the back. I can put Astrid there. She's not going to see combat in the first few turns, so I don't see why not. Rayson, on the other hand, he will stay here. And yes, I think the positioning is good enough. Let's save just for confirmation's sake. And let's begin this long map. Pray for my soul, guys, because I don't want to lose anyone here. Let's go. General Bertram, the Crimean army has risen to the bait. Orders, sir? Yours, sir? General, how shall we make answer? Turn the ground soft with blood. Make a graveyard of this place. Bury them all. Straight to the point. Yes, sir. Soren, do you have any information on the enemy general? Our intelligence reports say that the commander of this army is Bertram, one of Daein's 4 riders. One of the 4 riders, so he's on par with that woman we fought earlier, General Petrine? That's not necessarily so. The name 4 riders is given to 4 persons of highest ability among the king's advisors. So the members can change, is that it? Who are the current 4 riders? First there was General Petrine, whom we defeated at Riven Bridge. Then the man we face today, General Bertram. Next is General Bryce, who served the previous king. And finally, the enigmatic general known as the Black Knight. Those are the 4. This is the same Black Knight who murdered Commander Grail. Of that, there appears to be little doubt. Tell us, Soren, do you have any more information on General Bertram? I know not where he hails from. He appeared after the fall of Crimean and has quickly gained Ashnod's favor. So he's a man of no mean ability. Like the Black Knight, he always wears armor and never shows his face unhelmed. Some say he's not even in his armor, but but that it is inhabited by an ancient specter or a demonic creature. It's all just superstition and rumor designed to hide in fear of the man. It's not important. Once we cross Sword, we'll know the truth. Then we can discover for ourselves if he's just a loud-mouthed bragger or truly a monster. As long as our blades could wound him, I care not either way. Let's go! Okay, so my first order of business here is actually sending Ike at the enemies here. And the steel blade will do. The only one I really need to be careful of is this guy with the killer axe, which is pretty powerful. But Ike is actually strong enough to be able to take care of them all by himself. Of that, I harbor little doubt. So, who can attack my dear friend Rayson? You two. I suppose I could bolt one them out of their misery. Or I could simply take the coward approach, which always works for me. This one is the one I really wanted that the most. Yeah, Ike is so powerful he can actually take care of the whole warrior pack on his own. Yeah, I don't have to fear for his life, not now anyway. Even without supports in range, the only guy that can actually deal some damage to him is probably this. No, not even. Ike has so much defense, it's an insult at this point. Okay, so like I said, I would really like to send some of my flyers to meet some of these guys. But I do need to be careful. Har should be able to deal with them with little to no problem as long as I leave a lance equipped on him. And Tanith, let's see, what can I do with you, Tanith? Of course I want to keep out of range of this guy. So I'll actually put her here and call the first reinforcement set. Yeah, they're not really fantastic. I mean, two of them aren't, but the Falcon Knight will definitely prove useful. So I'm not too concerned. Next, what do I want to do would actually be starting to send Leth in a position where none of these guys can reach. But I think that's actually kind of impossible. And she does need some help in order to take down the opponents there, so. And of course, the one with the Night Killer is going the entire other direction. Well, it matters not as long as I can get results. I'll send Janaf and Marsha to back Leth up. And later I will send Oscar as well. Take the next stabber, will you? Elincia will be able to go back and forth, healing up as needed. I will have Mist next to the main group I will send here towards the middle. I know there is a turn count requirement for this map, but I am outrightly going to ignore it. I'm going to play simply for the sake of playing, and that's it. If I can get some bonus experience, all the better, I suppose, but I'm not gonna make it a huge priority. Let's see. Okay, so these guys will start to get murdered by some of the fighters. Not that I really mind. I do need bait. And plus, if they can dodge, all the better. And they have the ability to double because they are actually insanely fast. But again, these guys will not last long, and it seems the Falcon Knight will be the first one to bite the dust. Okay, so the Paladin up north are starting to move out altogether, so it could prove to be a nuisance, to say the least. But I want to believe that I can actually make do somehow. Okay, maybe the Falcon Knight would not survive. That's the guy with the killer axe. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Color me impressed. Color me impressed. Okay, so now I have to make sure that my forces are outfitted to actually deal with the upcoming sword masters here, as well as the paladins over there. Which is why I think I will break formation and start charging in, guns blazing. I don't care what happens. Also, if you noticed, all the enemies in this map are actually promoted. Yep, we got to that point, ladies and gentlemen. It's all or nothing here. And I wouldn't play it any other way. So, what I would really like to do is actually kill this meteor mage, but Ike is just not in range. You need to be smite. Or smitten. Don't ask me the word, come on guys. Be gentle with me. Okay, so I'll need to send as many units as I can up there. Or rather, enough to kill at least 3 of them. I'll have some of my units break formation down here, because I do need some of the warriors here dead, especially these 2. This one only has a bow? Oh no, he has a axe. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Sniper duel, first and foremost. Crit. Thanks, Rolf. About damn time you actually started to listen to me. I actually need Ike to kill this guy, as I think no one else is able to. Yeah, Bastion is 1 magic short of doing so. I mean, Mist could do it, but then she would be easy target for any other enemy, really. So, let's start to wiggle down the resistance here. I'll make a choke point right beneath the fighters so that I know I can deal with them. And yeah, brave bolt them to hell. That works for me. I need to remember to drop whoever is Jill is guarding, which is Rayson, because I will need my dancer soon enough. Which is why I'm going to do this. Drop here. And I'll move Jill right here to draw some of the enemies. Meanwhile, Tanith can try to... Oh, this guy is fast. But this guy is slightly less. And I do need to take him down first, so... Have at you. Alright, so who's next? Ranulf will be able to transform next turn. Let's see how Janaf... Okay, so, I'll need to prioritize anyone who has bows. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so all the bows must die. And die horribly they must. Thank you, Oscar. Oscar will make very good use of that Brave Lance, I'm sure. Can Marcia actually kill this one? She might. She will. Yep, that definitely works for me. Okay, so 2 are down, and I think I can take a 3rd one down with the help of Soren. And if it is the Silver Sword guy... Yeah, because he has the higher damage potential, all the better. But then I know that I will have to shield Soren. And I still use Elf Fire when I should be using Elf Thunder. What can I say? I'm dumb. And again, a new Silver Sword, which is nice. I forgot to check for droppables in this map. Not much to say here. Is Lef out of? No, she's not. Okay, so the boss drops a rune sword, which is cool, I guess. Oh, this guy is a brave sword, need to be careful. Physics that I can steal, but I don't have Volky with me, so rip. Seems like there is nothing. Like, seriously, there is nothing that I can steal. Or have dropped. Alright, that's good, I suppose. I need to take care of the fighters, of the warriors ASAP. As, I will need to send the majority of my units on the left side. There's a huge pack of enemies that's coming, and I need to meet them with my full strength. Like, no questions asked. Now, this guy with the killing edge might pull, nah. My units will be fine.